Now, United States President Donald Trump has signed an executive order aimed at eliminating the Department of Education, a promise he made during the 2024 election campaign. Now, the move will transfer control of the educational institutions to states and local boards. The order says that the Education Secretary will take all the necessary steps to facilitate the closure of the Department of Education and return authority over education to the states and local communities. Surrounded by school children sitting at desks set up in the East Room of White House, Trump smiled as he held up the order after signing it at a special ceremony. He said the order would begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all.
But we're going to be returning education very simply back to the states where it belongs, and this is a very popular thing to do, but much more importantly, it's a common sense thing to do, and it's going to work. Absolutely, it's going to work, and I can tell you from dealing with the governors and others in the state, they want it so badly. They want to take their children back and really teach their children individually. Probably the cost will be half, and the education will be maybe many times better.
The order offers no details on how that work will be carried out or where it will be targeted. Though the White House has said that the agency will retain certain critical functions, Trump has cast the move as necessary to save money and improve educational standards in the United States, claiming they are lagging behind those in Europe and China. The Education Department, created in 1979, is a federal department, and shutting it down will require congressional approval. In the Senate, a clear two-thirds majority, that is 60 votes, are required to implement the order, and Republicans hold a slim 53-47 majority. So Trump signing the executive order does not guarantee the DOE will be dismantled immediately, but it will likely have the power to starve it of funds and staff. Now, the White House has defended Trump's decision, saying the Department of Education is failing in its initial intention to educate the students of the U.S.
Caroline, what do you say to critics of the president's education plan?
Where was their criticism of our nation's failing test scores for the last several decades? The Department of Education was founded in the 1970s, and since then we have spent more than $3 trillion at this federal bureaucracy.
The top Democrat in the U.S. Senate, Senator Chuck Schumer, has called the order a tyrannical power grab and one of the most destructive and devastating steps taken by Trump. He said that the decision will be felt by teachers, parents, school leaders, and in the quality of education children receive. Many critics and civil rights groups have also slammed the move as unconstitutional. The rights activists say the order will adversely affect thousands of children who rely on federal funding for a quality education. And for more on this, our New York correspondent Susan Tenani sent us this report.
President Donald Trump signed an executive order initiating the dismantling of the U.S. Department of Education, essentially transferring educational authority back to states and local communities. Now, while to fully dismantle the Department of Education would require congressional approval, this order significantly reduces its function, maintaining only essential services like student loans and special education programs. This decision, of course, like many others, has sparked controversy. Supporters argue that it will ultimately empower local governments. Critics fear that it will undermine federal support for vulnerable student communities. However, we see in poll after poll that American students nationwide continuously fall behind, notably in grade level assessments, including those with special needs. And 5 years on, since the year 2020, the average American student is less than halfway to a full academic recovery since the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.